Hello, Taylor Ellwood with Imagine Your Reality Business Coaching, and today we're going to talk about how to turn your lead referral groups into lean, mean referring machines. And you're going to find some tips for just that purpose in my book, Who Trusts You? A Guide to Better Networking and Lead Referral Groups, which is available on Amazon and also on my website. But I'm going to share with you some ideas on here as well. If you're familiar with lead referral groups, and if you aren't, I can just tell you a little bit about them. They're groups that people go to where they pay a fee, usually a monthly fee or a yearly fee or something to that line, along that effect, in order to belong to the group. But the idea being that by joining such a group and filling a specific position in that group, you'll hopefully get referrals from people in the group. Unfortunately, the reality is that most lead referral groups don't work out. And the reason why they don't work out is because they are very formulaic and they don't do a lot to actually encourage real networking. What they encourage is a form of networking that's really more of a social club. We're all talking here about we're all talking about what's going on with the week and all that other stuff, and having small talk, but we're not really getting down to the business of networking. Let's think for a moment about how networking really works. If you're joining a networking group, you're not joining it in order to do business with the people that are members of that group. Don't get me wrong, if you get some business from a member of the group, that's great. But ideally, the real reason you're there is to get to know those people so that and to let them get to know you, so that ideally you can refer each other to the people that aren't part of the group and that would otherwise never encounter that group. They're people that are connected to you. So for example, I'm connected to my friends, my family, my neighbors, etc. These people don't go to networking groups, but they all have needs. And if I pay close attention to their needs, I can then refer them to somebody in my networking group that has a need for what they offer. And likewise, there may be people in my networking group who know somebody that I don't know, but that person has a need for my services, and what can happen is they can refer me to that person. That's how networking ideally works. However, networking doesn't work very well if you don't have a way to actually train people on how to network. And the problem is that when you go to a lead referral group, a lot of times what you'll have is a formulaic structure where people get there, they talk for a few minutes, and then they all get up and they offer their 1-minute elevator speech, and while they're doing it, everyone else's eyes glaze over, and then the next person stands up and does the same thing, and you get the rinse and repeat. And then you have some type of person offering a presentation for 10 minutes, and then announcements, and after that, people disperse. You may in some groups also have the passing of the penalty bucket, where if you didn't refer somebody that week, you have to pay a penalty. Well, none of those models work. Penalizing people for not passing leads encourages people to pass poor leads. It encourages them to do whatever they can to avoid getting hit with a penalty, even if what they're passing isn't really a qualified lead. And just having a formula where people share what they do um, isn't effective, because the problem is if I hear the same thing week in and week out and I'm not finding you business, chances are I still don't understand what it is that you are doing. So in order to build a lean, mean referral machine out of your networking group, you need to change the way that it operates. And I'm going to share one tip today, and then we'll explore some other tips in the next few videos. The tip that I'm going to share today is that you need to actually incorporate some type of training on how to network in your group. What does that mean? It means that you actually are spending some time learning what it means to network. Maybe one week you're learning how to bring guests to a meeting. Maybe another week you're learning how to talk about the benefits of what you offer and helping people understand what those benefits are. Maybe another week you're learning what power partners are and how to identify them. By learning these essential skills, you are going to become better at helping people understand how to network and grow their business. So thank you for watching this video. There will be more coming on this topic soon. And if you enjoyed this video, please take a moment and subscribe.